Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sarah Platt, Child Nutrition Consultant with Maine DOE Child Nutrition, and welcome to our webinar on CNPWeb and do you have the correct user permissions? So CNPWeb is a web-based software program that houses all of our child nutrition program functions, including school nutrition programs, which is National School Lunch Program, School Breakfast Program, Seamless Summer. It also houses the functions for a child and adult care food program, the food distribution program, which is USDA Foods, and then soon to be released, the summer food service program. In CNPWeb is where sponsors can complete their annual application to participate in any of these child nutrition programs. It's also where they complete monthly claims for reimbursement, order their USDA foods through the food distribution program, and complete documentation related to their administrative review. This is the program that replaces NEO. Now, when you request access to CNPWeb, we will ask you what your role will be, as there are various permission levels. So we're going to review the permission levels here. The sponsor admin level is really the highest level, if you will, in whichever program your sponsor is participating in. Someone who is assigned sponsor admin permissions can complete information and they can edit the annual application packet. They can also complete the monthly claim for reimbursement. And if the sponsor is participating in school nutrition programs, the sponsor admin can complete the October survey, the FFVP application. They can also do school nutrition program verification and also orders for the food distribution program. Claim approver permissions. Both the school nutrition program and summer food service program will require a second person to approve their claim for reimbursement before it's submitted to the state agency for payment. So the claim approver is a person with a legal authority over the sponsor, such as a superintendent for a school department. It's okay to have a second person as a backup with this permission level as well, but the claim approver cannot be the same person as the sponsor admin. They're two totally different people and two different permissions. The claim approver also cannot create or edit any information in CNPWeb. The only thing they can do, or everything's view only, except the only thing they can do is a checkbox to approve the sponsor level claim. For the school nutrition program only, there is a verification only permission level, and this is for someone whose only role in CNPWeb is to complete the school nutrition verification process. This level does not have any other responsibilities in CNPWeb. And then finally, we have a view only permission level, and this is just that. The person with this permission level can only view the sponsor's information and programs in CNPWeb, but they cannot enter, edit, or approve anything. This level, it would be suitable for if you have an auditor coming into your district that's requesting access. This would be a suitable permission level for them. And just so you know, if you'd like to see the users that are currently linked to your sponsor in CNPWeb, once you log in and are at your sponsor level summary, you can click on the tab that says users, and you'll see all of the people who currently have access to your sponsor information in CNPWeb. So as staff come and go, you'll need to make sure that CNPWeb reflects those changes and is updated. You don't want to have someone who no longer works for your sponsor or your district, for example, to have the ability to file claims or edit the sponsor application. So make sure, if you haven't already done this, you log into CNPWeb and check out the current users linked to your sponsor. So if you see that your users need to be updated or there are changes that need to be made to the current users connected to your sponsor, you'll need to complete a CNPWeb user request form. You can request this form by emailing child.nutrition@maine.gov. The form needs to be used anytime the sponsor needs to add a new user, inactivate a current user, or change permissions for an existing user. Again, the form is requested by emailing child.nutrition@maine.gov. Once it's completed, it does need to be signed by the sponsor's executive contact. So for a school department, that's your superintendent. And the completed form will get emailed back to child.nutrition@maine.gov, and we will make the changes for you. Here is a snapshot of the form. It's to be filled out for one person at a time. So for example, if the food service director leaves, you would complete one form indicating that you need to inactivate that particular user. And then a second form would need to be completed for the new food service director by indicating you want to add a new user. And then you would also indicate the programs and user group for which that new food service director needs access to. Again, the form needs to be signed by the sponsor's executive contact and then submitted to child.nutrition@maine.gov. As you have changes, it's very important that you also update your sponsor's application. This is not done automatically when you adjust the users in CNPWeb. It needs to be done manually by the sponsor admin. The sponsor application is where we expect the information to be current. So if we need to reach out to a superintendent or the food service contact or business office contact, this is where we as a state agency go to look. So it's really important that this information be updated as well. And that concludes our webinar on permission levels in CNPWeb. We do have time to take questions. So I'll give Paula a moment to see if there are any questions that you can enter in the chat box. And in the meantime, or after this webinar concludes, if you think of questions, you can always contact our office, email the child.nutrition@maine.gov email, or call our office at 624-6842 or 624-6843. And we also have a CNPWeb help page on our website that has all sorts of information and user manuals. So take a look at that as well. Paula, do we have any questions?
We do not.
All right. Great. Well, again, thank you for your time today. If you do have any questions, the information's on the screen, and we hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon.